Welcome to the channel, everyone. Welcome to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Linden Houston, and welcome to the channel once again. In today's video, I'll be showing you how to make Jamaican ackee and saltfish. I'll be using tin ackee. We have some saltfish here, and it's going to accompany with some fried dumpling. So I'm going to take you all through the process. What I want to do here, I want to drain this off from now because I don't want any water in it. So just going to drain it off, and then I'm going to put it straight in that. So that's my ackee I'm using, tin one. So I'm just going to put it in this, let it finish drained off. Next here, I have some water. So this, put it aside. The saltfish, sometimes I normally leave these to make some fritters. So I'll probably do the same. Okay, so I'll use this, and the rest I'll use for some fritters, because sometimes, you know, having a bit of fritters is good to snack on at times. So the next thing what I want to work on is my dumpling. Just get the dumpling out of the way. So in this bowl here, I have some cornmeal, probably about a cup and a half of flour, and probably about 3 spoons of fine cornmeal. So that's what I'll be using in my recipe. Just for a little bit of balance, I put some sugar in this. We're gonna go in with some salt. So the salt I'm using is some Himalaya salt. All of that is personal. To puff things up, we're gonna go in with some baking powder. So we don't need more than that in it. I'm making some ackee and saltfish, Jamaican ackee and saltfish, which is Jamaican national dish, and I'm making some fried dumpling also with it. So this is a dumpling I'm working on. So to make your dumpling nice and soft, I'm putting in some butter in this. Once it comes in, ladies and gentlemen, please do thumbs up the live, and feel free to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you very much. Daisy, welcome. Thank you very much. So for those of you just coming in, if you're new here, please thumbs up the live, and feel free to like, share, and subscribe. So with the dumpling, this is the dumpling I'm making, and this is my way of making it. I'm going to get my hands in. You see, I'm boiling the saltfish. You see, you have to watch this. So because of the sodium, the salt, you don't want this bubble over or boil over on the stove. I'm using milk in my dumpling. You don't have to use milk in your dumpling. It's personal preference. So I'm just getting the wet ingredients over this. And then I'm going to use my hands. You can use your hands straight away, but it's personal preference. You know, I'm going to eat this. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. But this is all personal preference. You want to use water? In some case, I use water in my dumpling. Once it comes in, ladies and gentlemen, thumbs up live. Thank you very much. Okay, yeah. The thing is, you can use water. In some case, I use a bit of water. But sometimes, depends on how I feel, I just use a little bit of milk. Normally, when I'm cooking, I just check in the fridge and see what I have. And then I utilize whatever I have in the fridge. So this, you don't have to make your dumpling like this. Normally, growing up, you know, you have to put your hands in it and stuff like this. What I'm doing, I'm just using a spoon, get this together. Then I'm going to have to use my hand. Because dumpling, you have to use your hand. It's a hands-on thing. So what I'm doing here, just personal stuff. So now I'm going to get my hands in. And we're going to knead him. Times being, if it gets too soft, not really soft, like if it's sticking, I always have a little bit of flour beside me. Because the thing is, I bake a lot. When I said I bake a lot and cook a lot. So all right, so the dumpling dough is ready. Normally, if you're not using a recipe, if I'm making a bigger batch, I use a recipe. Just give it a bit of taste. And then, you know, that way you see if it needs a little bit more salt, but this, absolutely fine. Next thing we're going to work on, I will leave this here. Okay, next thing I'm going to work on is some garnish. So for my garnish, I have I'll be using red onion. So I'm going to use probably about half of red onion. All that is personal preference. You want to use white onion, that's fine. Just use whatever you have. So my saltfish, I'm going to put it over the other side. And I'm going to run some water over this. Normally with Jamaican food, it's a little bit different from many other foods because it takes time. So I'm just going to put some fresh water on this. And we're going to leave him here a little bit. All right, let him soak through. Now we're working on welcome. This is our garnish. So we have onion there. Now I'm going to put a bit of chili in mine. This is not Scotch bonnet, but it's a chili pepper. It doesn't really matter anyway. Just to put a bit of heat in it, but I don't want too much. Because sometimes these things, they're hot. And you don't want your food to be overpowered. This is all personal preference. I'll be adding some bell pepper. Some people call it sweet pepper. Okay, so you have that. Not everyone put tomato, but I have cherry tomato. I have quite a bit of them, so I will utilize them. Cherry tomato, I'm just cutting it in 4. Normally, when I used to work at the hotel, when I make the Ackee and Saltfish, like in Jamaica, you have to remove the middle because they don't want it too moist. But that's personal preference also. So this for home-wise, I'm just keeping the seed because it's not really much in it, the cherry tomatoes. Next up, we're gonna cook off our saltfish. So here I have my saltfish here. I'm just gonna take him out. I'm gonna give him a good squeeze. Normally when I buy saltfish, I buy the tail part. All that is personal preference. Just use the part you like. And the reason why I use that part is just that sometimes it's less bone in this part. So I'm going to pick this up as fine as possible. So that's good enough for me. Once it comes in, ladies and gentlemen, please do thumbs up the live and feel free to subscribe. Meanwhile, I have my pot on this side also. So I'm gonna switch between both of them. Rule of thumb when you're cooking, do not leave the angle of the pot towards you. Always turn it in to avoid any accident. Going with some oil in this. If I need more, I'll add it. Now, if you want a bit of garlic in your ackee, it's personal preference. You don't have to put it in it. It's not part of the recipe, but just make it yours. So I'm just bring this up to temperature. First thing we're going to start off with is the onion. Because you know, onion gives that nice aroma and flavor. So we start off with the onion. No, you don't have to do this. For me, I like to season everything. Just a little bit of salt and pepper on it. People who know me, who eat from me when I cater for them, my food tastes different because I cook different. Okay. So the pepper's in, tip more black pepper, and a tip more salt. Not much. Because the saltfish is salt, but not too salty. That's why I cook it through. We're going to go in tomato. Next up, saltfish in. Now, I have my way how I cook my ackee, whether it's thin or fresh. Welcome to the channel, everyone. Whether it's thin or fresh. I don't want mine to look all saggy and mashed up. So here I have the ackee. This, getting some more black pepper. I like a lot of black pepper on mine. Next, we're going to pour in our ackee over. On top of the ackee, be generous with your black pepper. Trust me, make a difference. If you notice, I haven't used a spoon to touch anything yet. And just let my pot do the work. So I haven't touched anything with a spoon yet. Because I don't want my ackee to break up and look like scrambled egg. Alright, so that my ackee there, for me, that's done. Yeah? I'm going to swap this and I'm going to turn that burner off. And I'm going to work on my dumplings. So that's my ackee there, ready. So I don't need any more black pepper at the moment. So if you notice, I make my dumpling dough and put it down. What that do help you to relax the dough a bit. You might think it does need to relax, but it's personal preference. Now I'm going to get a tongue. Once it comes in, ladies and gentlemen, please do thumbs up alive. I'm going to get my tongue here is ready. So just leave these there. And that's my dumpling there. That's my dumpling dough. I said you don't have to follow this. Just do it how you want to do it. Just make it yours if you're doing it. There's something I learned growing up that I used to think because my grandma don't cook the same as my mom, one is really better than the other. But then I grew up being a chef, realized that it's not really that, you know, because each person, their cooking skill is different. So with the dumpling, you can either do it this traditional style like this, knead it in your hand, or you can do like this. So you can have them round like this. For me, I probably don't do it round. I'm going to flatten them out a bit. So I'm going to do them like this, and then I'm going to show you exactly what I'm going to do. If you notice what I do, I just remove this because I don't want my oil to be too hot. Very important. So once I roll them up like this, as I said, all this is personal preference. You don't have to make it exactly the way I do it. I do it this way because for me, the way I'm going to do it, it's going to fry a little bit faster. I'm going to take a little bit of flour and I'm going to dust this over it. And I'm going to show you what I mean. So I need to set myself up. So I need a container that when I remove them, I put them in there. All I'm going to do is just do like this. That's all. So that's the shape I want my dumpling. Now, that is personal preference. When you do them like this, what happened? They fried easier and faster. So I don't want them too big. Just flatten them out like this. So still can hold one more. So if you want to have some mint tea with this, you know, whatever tea you want to have with this, I'll see what I'm going to have with this. So keep an eye on them, but you don't want them to get too brown. You just want them to have a nice color. And remember to keep rotating them. So I can fit probably two in that. So I only have 2 left to drop in. So you see how I do my ackee and saltfish, totally different. Until now, I don't touch it with a spoon or a fork. So I'm going to have some tea with this. So I'm just going to check and see, boil up some water. As I said, remember to rotate them and keep an eye on them. If you're seeing it, it's getting, the fire is too high, just turn them down and keep working them. Just keep turning them. Like now, for me, the fire is a little bit high. I'm just going to turn it down. Either you turn it down or remove it like this. Just take it off the fire. Just remove it off the fire. Remember the heat in it. It's already hot. So what's this do? There's no heat going to it. So the heat left in it is good enough to keep cooking it. So I can even leave it here for a little while. And then I'm going to put him back on the fire. So that stop it from burning. So I have some, just gonna make myself some lemon tea. I have a bit of lime here. I think I bought some rosemary the other day. So if I find the rosemary, that's sweet dreams for me. All right, so change of plans. So we have lemon in there. So some lemon and garlic. I will probably, when that boil up, I'll put some more water in it. And I have some other stuff I make here. You see this in here, ladies and gentlemen? This is like lime and garlic and honey. So when I finish, I'll put some in that. These things good for your eyesight, trust me. All right, you see that? My dumpling. If you notice, nice consistency of color. Just keep an eye on them. Oh, I have two last one here. For those of you just coming on or watching a replay, if you haven't yet thumbs up the live and subscribe, please do thumbs up the live and feel free to subscribe. So I have my teacup there. I think probably my wife should need. I'm not gonna put any ginger in there. I'll just boil up the kettle, speed that up. Thank you, Daniela. Thank you. Don't worry, I'll sort you out. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So I'm going to increase the fire back on this. You see that? Nice, even color. So that's what you want. So I have two more left. Yeah, I have avocado here. Normally here in the UK, sometimes you can buy some avocado and they're lovely. I'll open this one, we see what happens. Sometimes, you open some of them and they look like dinosaur toenail. So you see the fire is a little bit high on this one. So I'm gonna take it off, let them cool down a bit. Okay, I'm pouring some more water over this. And if you wanna spice up your tea a little bit, take your tea to a different level. So what do I have? ginger, garlic. Here I have some organic green tea. So just one spoon of the green tea here on that. Maybe give him another one because I want the water turn color. Look like something going on in it. Some healthy tea there we're working on. So while my dumpling over here, you notice, put him back on the fire. Need my teacup or my teapot. All right. So my teapot is here ready. So with these things, you have to be patient with them. Trust me. Be very patient with them. Avocado. We see what's going on with this. Give him a bit of twist. Wow. This one is nice. Come out really well. Oh, this is how I do my avocado, but you don't have to do yours like that. A bit of sea salt on it. That's all personal preference. You can do this avocado different ways. You know, if you want to take it on the Olympic level, you can butterfly them, put them aside like this. Use this knife. I just slit him through like this. So what I'm doing, butterflying it. This is personal preference. Then you press like this with your hand. Then you take him, put him straight on the plate. So that's what it looks like. So our dumpling is finished. Tea. I'm gonna pour him inside this thing here, teapot. Things I put this one thing wrong. All right. Still have some more in that, so I'll just pour this out in here. I remember the lemon here. This thing here, my wife make it. I haven't seen to drink any yet, but I'll give her some today. This like, wow. Lime, honey, and garlic chopped up inside here. Couples. This is nice, I'm telling you. So that's a tea ready. So now for the first time, a spoon gonna touch the ackee. You know, at least you guys, you learned something today. You know, I'm making the ackee without using a spoon to even stir the ackee. So now is the first time I'm gonna use a spoon to touch the ackee. If you just come in, Jackie Herbert, morning Jackie Herbert. If you're new here, just let you know you're welcome, and those who watching the replay and you're new, you're welcome. Please do thumbs up the live and feel free to subscribe. You know, every little help has gone to Tesco. So I'm just warming through my ackee and to serve it. So depends on how much dumpling you want. I will give this one to my wife because she probably eat just one of this. So I'm not gonna really put much on it. So this one is for Linden. Yeah, I know. Me, I'm having 4 or probably 5 dumplings. All right, so that's hot and nice. If you notice, the ackee is still whole on the plate. They're not smashed up like elephants sit on them. I don't like ackee when they look like elephant or dinosaur sit on it. So look at that. See that? So Donna she probably just eat. She's not gonna eat more than that. She need more. No, I'll sort her out. So look at this. For those of you who always come on, if I need more avocado and dumpling, I know where to find it. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for watching. If you haven't yet subscribed, now is the time to subscribe. I'm going to give you a close-up shot, and this is what I normally do. You know, it's a pleasure having you guys on. I'm not taking nothing at all for granted. You know, life already teach me, don't take anything for granted or nobody. That's the rest leaving the pot. And that's the one on the plate. And this is the one I'm going to have. So that's mine there. And that's a lovely tea over there. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a pleasure having you. Thanks for watching. Daisy, thank you. Thank you very much. You know, it's a pleasure. Ladies and gentlemen, enjoy the rest of your evening, and depends on where you are. You know, there's a lot of storm going on, especially in the UK, heavy storm, over 112 miles hour wind. So look after yourself. Peace be unto you. Martin, family, thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of your day. Peace be unto you all. You know, have a great evening. Now it's morning, so, you know, have a great morning and evening wherever you are. You know, blessing all over to you all. Peace be.